What's going on? It's Altone and welcome to another episode of Altone Fishing. So check it out. If you're here looking for that serious professional fisherman, that dude that goes out there and handles business, catching 8-pound bass and all of that, you are in the wrong place. I have very limited knowledge with fishing. I just have to be honest about it. I do. But if you are looking to experience with me the joy of learning how to fish, especially for bass, then you're in the right place. If you want reviews from a Googan's perspective on some different tackle, then you're in the right place. So with that, today, this is the story about how I started bass fishing. Give you the scoop. So me and my wife, we were talking one day and just said, hey, why don't we just go grab some fishing rods and go fishing? Since we moved here, and I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. So we went to Walmart, got 2 rods that were about maybe 19 bucks, 19, 20, no more than 30 bucks each. I don't think they were that much. They had 10-pound fluorocarbon on them, and picked up a couple of lures and went out, started fishing. First 2 weeks we were fishing, didn't catch a thing. I mean, I've got pictures of us out there. So I was out there with the phone, taking selfies and all that kind of stuff, and we weren't catching anything. And so we continued to fish. Well, where we were fishing at, and if you look at some of the videos that I have, there's a dock there, or a pier, and then there's a long row of rocks there. So we were right there on the rocks just casting out, trying to catch something. And my wife doesn't like that because there are snakes out there. So we started fishing off the pier. So one day while her brother was here, we were catching these little bluegill, and I caught my first bass. Now that bass was maybe, I don't even think he was a pound, really. No, actually, he may have been a little bit more than a pound. So I was so excited, I was ecstatic. Okay, cool. So after that point, we didn't catch anything for a while. So my wife goes on a trip for work, and I'm here by myself, chilling. And so I was like, let me go out and do some more fishing. So I went out there, I'm casting around and stuff, still catching little ones and tossing them back. And when I say little ones, I'm talking like shell crackers and bluegill. It's basically all I'm catching. And this is what I was using. Bam! We were using this little itty bitty crankbait. And we were catching a little bluegill and all that kind of stuff. And some things that we were catching were not that much bigger than this. I mean, some of the fish we were catching were no bigger than this. And so this older gentleman comes out and he says, hey, me and my brother come out here fishing all the time. You should go to the end of the dock and cast toward the rocks. With that particular day, I decided to try some live bait. So I went and got some worms from Walmart and put them on the hook and cast out. Wasn't catching anything. He said, you should try some plastic worms. Go to Walmart, grab you some plastic worms, go to the end of the dock and cast toward the rocks. He said, we have caught some really big bass out there. I said, okay, cool. So what I do, jumped in the truck, took off, go to Walmart, grab a bunch of worms. The worms that I got were 5-inch yum dingers. These little guys. Got these. And a 3/0 round bend hook. I got a pack of 3/0 round bend hooks. So through one of these, I watched a YouTube video, figured out how to rig it, weightless, and went back out. I immediately, about an hour into fishing, sent my wife a picture. And that picture was me with a 1.5 pound, almost a 2-pound bass. It blew me away. And at that point, having been my second bass ever caught, I was totally hooked. I was done. So what I do, I came home, started doing research, jumped on YouTube and found Andrew Flair. And I just started watching his YouTube videos. Okay, you need to try this, you need to try that, you need to try this. Just getting ideas from him. And of course they say, flare fish, maybe that's why I was catching flare fish. No, but seriously, he had so many good tips. Every time I went out to fish, in the beginning I would catch. Every now and then, if I went every day for a week, I might catch 2. So every 2 to 3 days, I would catch 1. And so again, getting on there, found Lunkers TV, John B, AP Basson, One Rod, One Reel, Mike, a Lake Fork guy, Fluke Master, teaching the world to fish. I'm telling you, started watching these guys and started learning. And so toward the end of the season, around November time frame, pretty much every time I went out, I caught a fish. Pretty much every single time. So I'm actually getting better at it. And to only have about 3 to 4 months experience fishing, I'm pretty proud of my progress. So essentially, that's the story. So as I was saying, if your purpose for being here is to see fishing videos, stay tuned. As the spring comes in, you will see fishing videos. If your purpose here is to laugh with me as I make mistakes as a Googan fisherman, and I know you'll be laughing with me and not at me, because we're all friends here, right? But if you want to see, my experience as a Googan fisherman, as well as my reviews on tackle and things from a Googan or a newbie fisherman's perspective, you are definitely in the right place. So again, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and I will, as always, see you again soon. Peace. This little dude, see, that's what happens when you're a Googan. Stick yourself with a trouble hook.